Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had 2 directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Checking in on Apple daily, weekly, shorter term time frames. So I consider this a new all-time high. I know that the price has hit higher than this before, but with the dividend price adjustments for the artificial changes on the chart, this is an all-time high, and that rings true to me because the RSI is staying in the upper 80s for so long, which occurs when charts are in blue sky breakout mode. So we got new resistance at 133.82. The bears shook off the bearish reversal candlestick on Friday. We closed at the low of the day, which it looked like we're going to easily break the higher low pattern that has been in place since earnings, but that was not the case, and that was because the S&P 500 had so much strength pre-market. We saw a gap up open, and the momentum in the technology sector and in the S&P 500 is lifting Apple higher. So shaking off that bearish reversal candlesticks, still watching the higher low pattern. Ever since earnings, we now have 8 days in a row of higher lows. 132.75 is that level. If we break that level, then is the time to be looking for normal healthy consolidation, because as of right now, the bulls are going to keep seeing momentum if the market bulls stay this strong. So a couple indecision candlesticks. This is an indecision candlestick. We saw a little profit taking today, not a large range. And you can see coming from when we were closing at the highs of the day, we are now closing at the low of the day and the middle of the day, showing some indecision the past 2 days, having me looking for a pullback in the short-term future. Looking at, let's actually look at the weekly time frame first. Still in breakout mode, higher highs above the upper Bollinger Band of 130.99. And again, no resistance in sight with price adjustments for dividends and splits. Apple at all-time highs. So checking on the 5-minute time frame, look at this turnaround where we had that weakness Friday. Bears were in control with lower highs and lower lows. Yet another day where the high of the day was hit in the first 25 minutes. Today, the high of the day was hit in the first 20 minutes. I cannot point out this pattern enough. This has been almost like clockwork. I would say 80% of the days in the past few weeks, we have been forming the high of the day in the first 30 minutes of trading. So obviously that gives you confidence if you recognize a pattern like that going bearish after the bulls make a big push in the first 20 minutes to the upside. So we have weakness on Friday. Look at this pre-market action. This is responding to the S&P 500 gap up. The technology sector, QQQ, heavily weighted in the technology sector, is hitting all-time highs 5 days in a row. So a huge move. And from there, we did consolidate. We hit our low, our lower high, higher low, lower high, tightening range, and then we did get a little bearish break there at the end of the day. Not a significant pullback, but there is some weakness showing on the shorter term time frames for Apple. The hourly 20-period moving average support is 132.88. Lose the hourly 20-period moving average, and we'll be looking down at that low of today, 132. Let's get that level again, 132.75. So lose that level, and we will look for consolidation on the daily time frame. I don't expect it to be significant. I don't expect it to be a dump. The bulls have a lot of momentum in their favor, and it's going to have to require high bear volume for me to be thinking that consolidation will be anything more than short-term, normal, and healthy for the bulls. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow. Keep an eye out. If I were still bullish in this name, I would be walking a stop loss up with my trade. And if I were scouting for a bearish entry, I would lock in profits fairly quickly on the way down. So we'll check back in tomorrow. See you then.